Hey guys, so about 2 weeks ago I posted a video sharing my Stampin' Up! Haul from the new catalog, and one of the products that I shared was a new platform from Stampin' Up! That they released, and the platform looks like this. So it doesn't look much different than the existing platform. It comes in two pieces. One is the Big Shot base platform, and the second piece is what they refer to as the thin die adapter. And I said in that video that after I had some time to play with this platform, I would explain what the difference was or if there was a difference. So before I get into this, I'm going to backtrack just a little bit and share with you the original platform. This is the platform that ships with most Big Shots or Big Kicks, whichever one. They're the same thing, but they're not. They both cut with the same dies though. This is the original platform, and it had these tabs. And tab 2 was what you used wafer thin dies with, and also your thinlets and framelets. And then tab 1 is what you use textured plates and embosslets and folders and so on and so forth. And then if you were using a textures plate or a thicker embossing folder, you folded it out like this and you fed it through the machine. Now, this could be cumbersome trying to feed something through like this, because this had to drag out behind it. But what was nice about this platform was that it was all hinged together. So this platform still ships with other Sizzix Big Shots, but the one from Stampin' Up! Now exclusively ships with the new one that I just showed you, this one here. The other platform that is really popular is the magnetic platform, which looks like this. And this particular platform is magnetic, and the idea is that you should be able to set your die down and it doesn't move. One problem I have is that there seems to be sweet spots on this, and you can kind of see in the reflectiveness of it where the magnets are. And if you don't place it, for me, in the exact perfect spot, the die likes to shift like towards a particular magnet, which in theory shouldn't be a problem because it's being held firmly in place, but it is a problem when you're trying to cut out a stamped image because you don't want it to move. So this is the other platform that is fairly popular. So that leads me into this new platform. And the question that I think everybody has is, what's the deal? Why do we need a new platform? Well, initially I thought we really didn't when I thought about it. Why do we need another platform? These other ones work. What's the deal? Well, according to Stampin' Up!, this new platform was supposed to improve performance and fix some issues that I think a lot of us are experiencing with our Big Shots over the years. And the most noticeable difference is that there's only two options. Either you're using a thinlet or you're using an embossing folder. They've done away with that second and third flap. So there's less confusion about sandwiches because there's only two sandwiches now for the most popular options. The other option is the steel rule dies, where you wouldn't use either platform at all. So either you are using the thin adapter with this entire sandwich, or you're using just this platform with an embossing folder, or you're using nothing at all. So there's less options than it is with that tab system. The other thing that this corrects, which I think is the most important thing, is when you have a Big Shot and you feed this through, most of the pressure is on the sides. And as a result, you end up over time bending your dies. The dies end up warping. So if I pull out a die that I've used quite a bit, even though it's stored on a magnetic sheet, on a magnetic platform, or excuse me, even though it's stored on a magnetic sheet in storage, or strong magnetic sheet, it still wobbles. It's not flat anymore. And that's because it's been warped going through the Big Shot. Now, it still works perfectly fine, but who's to say that it'll stop working or not at some point because it's been warped? So this new platform essentially now has a raised area in the center, which is difficult to show on camera, but if I took something and rubbed it over the top, you would see that there is an additional piece in the center here that levels this out. So when it goes to the machine, the die is going through flat. The other thing that I've noticed playing with this the last 2 weeks is I've done a lot of test cuts on dies that I personally had to use a lot of shims to get a detailed cut, including a card that I'm going to share in the near future on my YouTube channel. It doesn't require those shims anymore. This seems to work better without those shims. So I can confidently say at this point that this platform actually does improve performance, which I was very hesitant about initially. I bought it thinking that it wasn't going to really do anything differently, but I do have a die that says that ideally you should be using a precision cutting plate with it, and I use this platform and it cut just fine. Now, my cautionary word to each of you is that a lot of Big Shots are all calibrated differently. Mine is on the tight side, which means that I usually don't have to use a whole lot of shims, but when I do have to shim something, it takes quite a bit of work to get it to cut. Some machines are looser. I work at a school and I know that machine takes quite a bit of shimming to get stuff to go through. So each machine works differently, but I've noticed with my particular machine that this platform has eliminated the need for the shims for some of my most intricate dies that I test cut. So that is my take on the new Big Shot platform from Stampin' Up. You guys let me know if you have any questions down in the comment section down below, and I will link to this on the Stampin' Up website if you're interested in it. So I'll catch you guys later.